from our ABC station.
ABC Sports coverage of the Professional Bowlers Tour. Brought to you by Splitfire, the patented performance spark plug. It only costs more until you use it. Old Spice High Endurance Deodorant. For long-lasting odor protection, now you've got proof, not promises. And Full View TV, offering up to 350 channels. Full View TV, the satellite system with the best view.
Yes, 9 big strikes with a 268 for Mike Edwards. Walter Ray Williams with a 237. So I think the standard is set, Nelson, maybe for 3 more big games.
Oh, I agree, Chris. The lanes look in great shape. I don't think they're going to change much. The temperature's ideal in the bowling center. Mike Edwards is loose. And Wiseman coming on in this next match also throws that kind of strike ball. When he's hot, he can shoot 250 or 60. I say if you shoot under 235, you're going to find a bench, and that'll be the end of the day. So look for big scores. Another good match coming up.
You like this setting?
It's great.
Okay. Handshake now. Danny Wiseman has moved in from Baltimore. He was third last week. And now he goes against quite a bit larger, which in bowling doesn't necessarily help or hinder. Mike Edwards. In match play, Mike won 18 and lost 6. Look at the close-up now. You get how he sets the ball. Is that any kind of way to start your second game? A 6-7. There it is. Can he do it? Oh. All-out try by Mike Edwards for the 6-7 split. First split of the afternoon. This is opening frames of our second game. Here's a 27-year-old from Chesapeake Bay. Beautiful style.
Yeah, Chris, I like his strike ball. It's one of the best. He's online with a lot of revolutions on the bowler ball, and that's what it takes. Makes that ball set up in the pocket. If you don't have the revolutions, the ball wanders as it goes down the lane. Wiseman, when he's on, as he was last week in Hartford at the Tums, and again this week, has it all going. Great strike bowler.
All right. This young man with the ability to change plans, because after some heartbreaks, he had to rise up, and now he's reached the top level again. 4 PBA championships. Mike Edwards has 1.
You see how Mike Edwards got there. 42 games, 18 qualifiers, 24 match games.
Needed that one. Both bowlers, Nelson, do a little preparation between shots.
Well, they do the same thing every time. Mike Edwards is very sure that his footwork is solid. He's a big, strong guy, 6'1", well over 200 pounds. He's a strong weightlifter. Bench presses over 300. It's important to have a solid foundation underneath you. That's the one disadvantage of being a big, strong guy. Sometimes the approaches will let you down. He's making careful preparation.
So after an open frame in the first, he has come back to double to stay within 11 of Danny Wiseman, although Danny has a double working, shooting in the third. Makes it look so easy. Danny Wiseman now with the 21 pin.
Wiseman with just a real good style, Chris. And one of the best things he does is gets in a crouch position and keeps the vertical head movement to a minimum. Now he opens that hand at the top of the swing with a long slide. You see that real long slide all the way through the shot that allows him more release time. And when he's on, he is tough. I do like that wrist action. A slide open, slide close. That's also the bowling tip this week.
Now there's 4 in a row for the pro from Baltimore. We're in our second match, and we'll bring you more of it after this. The Central High School Band continues to play here, entertaining the nearly 5,000 that have come in to see this live telecast. In the second game, Mike Edwards and Danny Wiseman. Edwards won the first 268 to Walter Ray's 237. So that's Rebagger. Puts him 21 behind. Bo?
Thank you, Chris. Actually, not the loser in the first game. I just say you were defeated Walter Ray. This has got to be a lot of fun, and you went with the straight shot. Awfully straight.
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of dry area right out near the channel, and I opted to go pretty straight. I threw one bad shot there at the end of the game, but it really didn't matter. I was pretty much already beat. Mike bowled a great game.
You're one of the greatest bowlers I've ever seen, one of the most versatile. Good luck next week.
Thanks.
That four-bagger puts him within 11 of the man who is perfect through 4 frames, Danny Wiseman. Just so Mike Edwards, a little solitary hyping up. So we have a 2 and 5 on the right lane for Danny, and the crowd appreciates the fact that he had strung 4. There is the $100,000 bonus here should we have a perfect game, so 2 games after this we can hope. Spare in the 5th for Danny. Tonight on ABC, you're invited to the family reunion on the ABC family movie. And if you think your family's strange, you ain't seen nothing yet. Then Jeff Fahey's back in an all-new episode of The Marshal, all tonight here on ABC. All right, Danny has found that pocket again as he did the first 4 frames. If you just joined us, this man, Mike Edwards, 9 strikes, 268. Walter Ray Williams, 237 in the first match. All right, let's go to Nelson Burton again.
Thank you, Chris. With me is one of the great strike bowlers, Mark Williams. Mark, the scoring environment tremendously high. Do you think score or do you think opponent in this situation?
Well, I'm just going to bowl the best I can. I've got a pretty good shot, especially on the left lane. I'm going to finish on the left lane and just try to post a big score and make them come after me.
Well, you're one of the most versatile players on tour. Good strike ball. Good luck in the semifinal.
Thanks, Bill.
Back to you, Chris.
Beaumont, Texas, Mark Williams. Oklahoma City, Mike Edwards. Leads by 1. Now by 11. Okay. Hey, look at that bowling news update. An old friend, Joe Norris, a great champion. In this arena as well. It's the Erie Civic Center near downtown of this Lake Erie City. Friendly people, enthusiastic, and that shot I love. Great champion of 5 decades. PBA Hall of Famer Dick Weber. He's been on the AMF staff for 39 years.
He's won tournaments in 5 decades, spanning back from the 50s through the 90s. Now Danny Wiseman up in the 7th frame, trails by 11, can cut the lead of Mike Edwards to 1. Chris, when he throws his good shot, it looks so pretty. It looks like he just walked down there right in front of the pocket and just put the ball and placed it by hand right in front of the pins.
This is our 34th consecutive season. Way back, we had arena bowling in Mobile, and then at the Felt Forum in Madison Square Garden. Isn't that a picture?
Well, Chris, those are perfect strikes. If you look, obviously a strike's a strike, but all 10 pins disappear. You watch a lot of strikes, and it's wonderful to have power, but he just lays them down perfect. He could have had 4-pound logs down there, and he'd have knocked them over. Right now, Mike Edwards trails by 9, can retake the lead. Has not missed striking on the right-hand lane. He's 9 for 9.
Look at Edwards' strikes.
Mike just making sure of his shoes, just wiping them off. You have to have nothing of residue that can be left on the approach on your shoes. It's against the rules, and he just makes sure they're smooth, gets a good solid footing. He's a big, strong man. He can't afford to have those feet slip as he gets the ball snapping on the downswing. Right now can take an 11-pin lead, 9th frame.
The young man that played junior high school football decided that bowling might be better.
That strike by Edwards forces Wiseman to continue to strike.
Danny Wiseman, 10th telecast, 230 average when he's on TV. He's won 14 and lost 5.
Whew. Chris, this will be the highest scoring match of the season. If either one of the players just does anything in the 10th, a possible 279 for Mike Edwards on top of that opening 268. Wiseman a possible 278. It is not over. And we have not had a tie match on ABC this year. This is close.
Well, he's put together now 5. He opened with 4. Mike Edwards had an open in the first and has been striking ever since.
The good wrist action. Arm close to his body, snaps that ball in an upward movement just like a baseball pitcher would throw a curveball in a downward movement. Right now he's pushed himself in a position where he can shoot 278. He cannot shut out Edwards. Second ball in the 10th.
Fantastic bowling at an exciting setting.
Well, those 2 shots have forced Mike Edwards to strike on the next 2 balls minimum, and if indeed Wiseman strikes here for 278, Edwards would need them all for a victory, 2 and 9 for a tie. Anything less, he would not win.
Talk about applying the pressure with a 278. You've just seen it.
The situation for Mike Edwards, who has not missed striking on this lane, is he must strike on the next 3 balls to win.
Big load.
Edwards must strike on this lane 3 times to win the match.
Still perfect on that right lane, Nelson.
And he has to continue, partner. I said in our little meeting before we went on the air, I believe that we're either going to have 9 strikes in a row in today's action. We already have 9 by Edwards, although it's 9 after an open frame, and I thought we might have a tie match. The situation to create a tie would be a strike here for Edwards and 9 on the fill ball. The players would tie at 278. However, Edwards must strike on this ball to have any chance of winning the match.
And who said bowling wasn't exciting?
In a physical game, Chris, there's where all the hours and days he spent in the weight room to get up to be a plus 300-pound bench presser. Under the gun there, he muscles the ball in there. He's put himself in this position. Strike, he wins. 9's a tie. 8, he loses.
This is like shooting 64 on a major golf course.
Can't afford to miss this putt.
Oh! Lost by 1 10.
Boy, oh boy, would he like to have that shot back. What a victory for Danny Wiseman.
Wow. So, Mike has to be consoled by $12,000, but knowing Mike and Mark Williams, look at that gesture, congratulating Mike on a fantastic game
Here's a shot that Mike just gets a little more speed on it. It hangs and hangs. It looks like it's going to flip. At least 9 out of this, please. That head pin could have taken out the 8-pin and had a tie. Now watch the head pin. It goes to the left sideboard. More often than not, that head pin will take out both the 4, 7, and 8. Edwards doesn't get the break on the 8-pin to have a tie match. He goes down to defeat 277.